Hi, True Crew. How you doing? Welcome back to another episode. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first video, thank you for tuning in. I hope you find value in this channel. Don't forget to follow on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. The podcast is out there as well. Visit the website, get your free downloads, Setting Goals, Fitness, and Nutrition. So coming at you today with a video on how to guarantee success in your children's lives, right? What is going to dictate your child has a great life, right? And I heard it said best listening to this Catholic family therapist, right? And he said the best comment I've ever heard. And it says, if you want a child that's 1 in a million, prepare to be a parent that's 1 in a million, right? And what does that mean? I think it's self-explanatory, but in reality it means you need to do the things that other parents aren't doing, right? And I think a great example of this is actually my boss right now. I can't remember. I was having a discussion with somebody about children. And they said, it might have even been at work. And they said something like, then they reach their teens and they don't want to be around you. They don't like you. You're not cool, blah, blah, blah. And then I started to think about it. And in reality, the only reason why your child would think that is if you weren't around. You weren't showing that much love. You weren't showing that much interest in your own child's life, right? And I think this is where my boss does it right. Like he coaches his son's teams. He takes his son everywhere. When it comes down to it, his son's, he's only in second grade. But when it comes down to it, like his son just learned how to wrestle, is learning how to wrestle. And all my boss does is sit there and Google wrestling techniques, wrestling this, wrestling that. And he's literally wrestling with his son, 2-3 times a week. Yeah, there's times where he'll go to the gym by himself and do his own workouts. But if not, he's taking his kid to the gym. And he's teaching him wrestling, doing body weight exercises. When his son says, I want to go for a bike ride, it's not, no, I'm going to watch TV. Him and I, we went for a 3-hour bike ride one day, 50 miles. Got back, he was like, dude, I was beat. He's like, it was like 6:30. I'm falling asleep on the couch. And all of a sudden, my son comes up. He's like, Dad, let's go for a bike ride. He's like, and I'm dead beat and I'm tired. And as much as I do not want to go on that bike ride, I know it was more beneficial to do it. So even though I was exhausted, I went on that bike ride with my son. After him and I just biked for 50 miles. So in reality, if you want to guarantee your son's success to be that 1 in a million, you're going to have to be a 1 in a million parent. You're going to have to turn off that TV. You're going to have to, turn down those dinners with other families. You're going to have to, do all the things that your parents didn't do. I've mentioned this before and you've probably heard it. Giving your child a better life or wanting and giving your child a better life means that you're not going to give him more toys at Christmas, more this and that. In reality, if you look back at your life, you probably needed more discipline. You probably needed them to be around you more, your parents, right? So that's what it comes down to. You're going to have to do those things, You're going to have to show him the value of volunteering time, helping others, building a strong community, becoming a leader in life, not a follower. And if you can truly instill those values in your child, his life's going to be great. But in reality, that means you've got to learn to be great. It's that same thing. The greatest way to show love to your child is to love your wife, to love your husband. Because in reality, that's what it comes down to. We should always love God first, but then your wife should always come next. And then your children. And that's the truth. Because if they see you disrespecting your husband or your wife, what do you think they're going to do to those around them? If they see no respect and love within their own home, you can't expect them to treat others with love and respect. So you should never put the child first. You should always put your husband or wife first. And that's a difficult thing to do. So I think I'm going to end it there. I was going to say something else, but yeah, you know, that's where it's ending right there. So once again, I hope you find value in this. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, share and like these videos.